Today, October 10th, is World Mental Health Awareness Day. I decided I'm not even turning on the camera because I have to be honest with you. I'm the warrior. But everything going on around the world, Israel, just hearing a headline saying babies beheaded, grandmas murdered, and posted to Facebook. Now, the storyline about the babies, I'm watching carefully because I don't know if it's true or if it's not true. I know that Fox was reporting it. I know that CNN, because I scan all of the cable news programs to see what everybody's reporting. But horrific. And I'm tying this into World Mental Health Awareness Day because we have such a well-documented youth mental health crisis in the United States that, well, after a couple of headlines and people talking about it in the media a couple of months back, a year ago, year and a half, nobody's talking about it. Now, if I am being horrified and breaking into tears, seeing these images of people in Israel being shot and killed point blank, and grandmothers, and now we have hostage situation. Israel, they are warning parents to uninstall apps on their children's phones and devices because of these graphic images and this horror. So where is our Congress right now? I know they're trying to find a new speaker. They're saying they're doing something. This is an emergency. This is, global crisis, American crises going on, multiple things happening. And I was talking to somebody last night. It doesn't matter. You like this one. You don't like that one. There's just that one question. And that one question is, were we better off 4 years ago? And I know most people will say yes. To see, late last night when I turned on the news and so the crowds, death to Israel, and cheering in the streets, and images of children then across the world holding guns, little kids that don't know what they're doing. And all of the children murdered, hurt, chaos, corruption, death. And this is what our American children are seeing. And this is World Mental Health Awareness Day. It's horrific. Here's what we need to do. You need to become a warrior immediately. Not only should you in Israel be uninstalling apps, here in America, you need to be doing it. Why Congress does whatever they're doing, and we are fighting so hard for bipartisan support on the floor of Congress, our elected officials that we all voted for, they work for us, to come together and pass some of these child safety laws. Child Sexual Abuse Material Stop CSAM Act, Kids Online Safety Act, the Report Act, the Earn It Act, simply asking that big tech be held accountable, or that, safeguards be put on some of these sites. And nobody's trying to steal anybody's privacy or get into your stuff. Every platform you are on, your children are on, child rape videos can be found. Why is this allowed? I talk about it all the time. Many of us talk about it all the time. So Congress better just get back to work and call some kind of emergency something, because in my 62 years, it's explosive what's going on. And it seems like it will only be getting worse. So on this World Mental Health Crisis Day, you want to check. You don't want your children seeing these images. If you have teenagers, you need to explain things because, they're going to see things on friends' phones. I'm just seeing what's popping up on all of my sites. I'm not even looking for things, and I'm seeing horrific images, horrific headlines. It's very upsetting. We don't know what's going on. We have a Congress, I don't know what they're doing. Yes, I'm calling for them to come back to work, yet we know they're not much of a help. So we have to be the warriors. Open and honest communication with your children. You have to explain to them, it's a very complicated situation, this whole Israel and Gaza Strip, and it's just tough. But you need to shield your children, and you need to talk to them. And you need to explain. Don't over-explain, but don't let little kids see these images that I am seeing or that people are sending to me. And with that, remember, nobody's talking about our borders. They're wide open. People are coming through. We don't know. Thousands and thousands a day are coming. It's reported that 800 to 1,000 arrive in New York City daily. And you know, here at the Warriors, I always say, if that's what's reported, the numbers are higher. They're not vetted. Recently in San Diego, our law enforcement resources tell us, they're told, okay, you're here. Here you go. Get on a bus or go find your way. I'm hearing the same thing in Arizona, Texas. We don't know who these people are. And I'm sure many of them are just poor, vulnerable people looking for a better way of life. Now, who wouldn't come if you're told, okay, free 3 meals a day, free hotels for you, schools for your kids? You'd go. I'd probably go. I am talking about the ones slipping through, these unaccompanied men, 30 and under, coming from 160 plus countries around the world. We don't know who they are. We do know, probably, I'll be finding out shortly, about 200 at least have been apprehended in the past year that are on major terrorist watch lists. It's just slipping into our country. And it's all being organized and run by the cartels. I don't understand why Congress is not shutting down these cartels. You have to just assume that the cartels and our government are working hand in hand. And forget talking about all of the unaccompanied kids, because nobody's talking about them. Just coming here, slipping through the cracks. Where are they? What are they doing? What's happening to them? It's business as usual in Washington. And we're not going to have it. We need to keep talking about these borders despite anything going on around the world. The chaos, the news that we're pounded with every single day. In your own home and your community, you need to become a warrior. You need to take control, talk to your children. Now, don't hide things from them, age appropriate, of course. But on this Mental Health Awareness Day, what could be worse than seeing images? Perhaps as an example, a 10-year-old seeing what I just saw sent to me. Completely disturbing and nightmarish. Something you won't forget for the rest of your life. Watch what the kids are doing online. Safety features and filters. Understand what these platforms are. Because when I talk to parents and caregivers, they don't know what Kik is. They don't know what Discord is. Well, you know what? You have to know what these things are today. And you have to know to talk to the kids. Instagram, Snapchat. 2 clicks on Snapchat, you can buy drugs and have them delivered to your front door. Instagram. Lots of sex trafficking right there on Instagram. I see it. How about TikTok? Soliciting American teens to pick up illegal aliens at the border so they can make $100. And they're doing it because, remember, money is king. Or queen, depending upon how you look at it. Kids want to make money. And they're getting involved in these criminal activities being organized by the cartels. Why aren't these cartels being shut down? So I suggest all of you always go to lynswarriors.org. Look at our take actions. Look at our resources. Look at, I have listed from our own U.S. Surgeon General about our youth mental health crisis among children. We're talking about children now 7, 8 years old. up to 17. I know most of you know about this, but it's time we address it. It is time we demand that Congress take action against the cartels, the border, the fentanyl flowing freely, killing an American every 3 minutes. Again, that's what's reported. It's probably higher. I'm seeing people in the streets here in New York. I don't know what they're on. Needles in their feet, needles in their necks. Americans, there's somebody's babies just sprawled out in the streets, filthy, dirty, dying. Kids are dying. We cannot allow this at all. So on this youth mental health crisis day, that's what I'm calling it, because we have to, as the adults, get over whatever our mental health crisis, or try at least, so we can lead our youth, our teens, our young people, and make them stronger. Remember, we lead by example. And I know a lot's going on. I'm asking a lot. If you are in the New York City area, I urge all of you. I am doing an event next week, October 18th, at the 3 West Club, 3 West 51st Street, along with my colleague Jason Jones, Omni Intelligence, Texas Border Patrol, and he is going to bring the reality of our U.S. borders right to you. It will be dinner, discussion, Q&A. But not only the reality of how horrible, and nobody is stopping anything, and that is why Congress is doing each and every one of us a disservice, our families, our country. But he is going to give you solutions that each and every one of us need to do in our own homes and communities. I can't stress it enough. Grassroots is the only way to go. Community creates change. It starts with you. Thank you always for listening. Thank you always for donating to Lynn's Warriors. Thank you for taking action. You can always write to me, lynn@lynswarriors.org. I will answer any questions. I want all of you, if you're in the New York area, go to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Lynn's Warriors. I have the event for October 18th. List it right there. How you can sign up, how you can join us, how you can become a warrior. Remember, it is about our children, the future of America. And right now it is very sad, but we need to change that. There's power in numbers. So come together, talk to the kids, and each and every day be a warrior.